cool.
Hi guys, I haven't started with an intro because I just came back from work and I was like, I have to make a video for you guys. And basically this video, I was inspired to make it because I feel like most of my life I have been attracting emotionally unavailable men, and eventually I got a solution. So without wasting any more time, let's get into today's video. Basically today's video is all about why you keep on attracting emotionally unavailable men and how it can stop and you start attracting men who actually value and see your worth. So let's get into today's video. This is actually going to be a real one. If you've ever asked yourself, why do I keep attracting this emotionally unavailable men? Why do I keep attracting these men who can't love me right? You're not alone. I've been there before. And more importantly, you're not doing anything wrong. And I hope you know that, because it took me a long time to realize that I wasn't the problem. What you're noticing now is proof that you're growing. Your soul is getting louder each and every day. And that's why the pattern is getting so hard to ignore. Because your soul is growing. Now you start realizing the patterns more often. Yeah. So if you know that you attract emotionally unavailable men despite you being on your healing journey, keyword, you're healing, you're putting in all the work, you're doing everything right, but you just attract the wrong men, this video is for you. You can tell right now there is not so much background noise. My window was open, so I had to close it. Anyway guys, back to what I was saying. So right now I want to help you understand why this happens. Why do you keep attracting emotionally unavailable men? I used to do that, so I'm trying to spare you a shitload of healing and time wastage. Here's the truth that most women aren't told early enough. 1, you are a safe mirror for a broken masculinity. And before I even continue, I want to be specific that I'm talking to women who are on their healing journey and are working to make themselves a better version of themselves, but then they still keep on attracting men who are emotionally unavailable and sort of narcissistic. So if that is you, you can keep on watching the video. Or if you'd like to get to know more about this topic, do continue watching the video. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a male. The spiritual truth that most women aren't told early enough. 1, like I mentioned before, you are a safe mirror for broken masculinity. You are a safe mirror for broken masculinity. At this point, I know you're asking yourself, but how? I know it makes sense, but how? You actually radiate softness, presence, and depth. And so wounded or emotionally immature men feel drawn to your light. They feel seen. When it gets too real, they project. They want healing without putting in the work. And your light exposes that. 2, you're not being punished, you're being spiritually tested. That's the second reason why this happens, why you could be attracting emotionally unavailable men. You're not being punished, instead, you're being spiritually tested. Sometimes the universe will repeat a lesson to you until you finally say, I'm done carrying what isn't mine, and I'm done carrying these baggages in my life that do not add to me. Instead, they take away from me through draining me, and they're holding me back. These men, they are often the final bosses of a karmic pattern. Did you hear me? These men are often final bosses of a karmic pattern. You're not being cast, you're not cast. It's not that you have a curse, you'll never find true love. God gave you everything, but you just see yourself never finding love. No, you will find love. It's just that at the moment you're being called to rise. During the rising is where these emotionally unavailable men get attracted to your light that exposes them and the parts of themselves that they don't want to work on, and then they project, and that's how they deflect. They ghost you, they start pulling back their energy, they just are hot and cold with you. 3, you're still unlearning that love does not equal emotional labor. Another reason why you could be attracting emotionally unavailable men is that you are unlearning that love does not equal emotional labor. You might have grown up thinking that love meant fixing, proving, and giving. When someone pulls away, your instinct is to give more. But your boundaries are catching up with your heart now. And that's sacred work. And that's why you find that this emotionally unavailable man will pull back or just project in any way, probably ghost you, probably pull back their energy. They'll just do something that will make you feel so very uncomfortable and so very unwanted, and it will make you start questioning your worth, right? But because you grew up being told and understanding that love means proving, giving, fixing, and when I say giving, I mean over giving, when he pulls back, your instinct hits and tells you to give more. And that's wrong. You're operating from a place of trauma at that point. But then it reaches a point where you start realizing it's a pattern. Now this is where you start. So the 4th reason why you keep attracting emotionally unavailable men despite you working on yourself to become a better version of yourself is they mirror your old emotional wounds. These aren't new men. They're just wearing different faces. For example, have you ever left your toxic ex just to meet another man who behaves exactly or even worse than your toxic ex? You see, same to similar characteristics but different faces. But they all carry the same lesson, right? Until your soul says, I'm not entertaining this energy ever again. Do you know you can be in karmic cycles until you eventually realize you are and have been always in karmic cycles. That's why you leave this situation because it was toxic, get into another one, and it's just as toxic as the other one, or even worse, until you say you are not entertaining this energy ever again. And at times, that's all it takes for the universe to actually align you with what you actually deserve. And that is emotionally available men in this case. So what do you do with this? What do you do with emotionally unavailable men? How do you break free? What do you do with this? So here's how to get your shift now. 1, embody the no chase rule. Love is not proven by chasing clarity from someone who can't actually give it. That's not a test you need to keep taking. Let this be your standard. 2, let actions speak before emotions do. Watch, don't explain. Mirror, but don't plead. If your nervous system is confused by him, that's your answer. You don't owe anyone more chances than your peace can afford. You don't owe anyone more chances than your peace can afford. 3, call in the divine masculine. You see how they usually say, speak your reality until it becomes your reality? Yes, call in your divine masculine. Call in the divine masculine. Literally, call in the divine masculine. Literally. Literally. In your prayers, in your energy, ask for protection, ask to be closed off to men who drain, and opened only to love that's clear, calm, and emotionally safe. You're not attracting this man because you're broken. You're not attracting this emotionally unavailable man because you're doing something wrong when it comes to your healing journey. No. Actually, as a matter of fact, that's a sign that you're actually doing all the right things in your healing journey, because your light is what is attracting them. Do you see how moths get attracted to where there is concentrated light? You're attracting them. You're attracting this emotionally unavailable men because you've evolved. And now the universe is asking, are you ready to stop saying yes to everything that doesn't love you fully? The universe is asking. That's why it keeps on putting you in this similar circumstances of this emotionally unavailable man, and you're like, is it that there is a wound that I used to ask myself, is it that there is a wound that I'm refusing to heal from? Is there a situation that I'm refusing to accept, only to come and realize that it is actually the universe and my divine team actually spiritually testing me to see if now I'll say enough is enough, and I actually want to be aligned with what is actually mine. So, personally, I believe you are. I believe you are ready to stop saying yes to anything that does not love you fully. And that's why you came across this video and you watched it till this point. You're not alone in this healing, and you never were. Let's support each other, soul to soul. So if you feel like you want to talk, please reach out to me in any of my socials. And I hope you guys are having an amazing weekend. It's chill. I have work and I'm grateful, I'm happy. But I hope this video helps you to understand that the fact that basically the main reason I made this video is to just help you understand that you are attracting emotionally unavailable men, not because you're doing something wrong in your healing journey or you're refusing to face something, but in most cases it's because you are doing everything right and you're evolving and your light is attracting them. Because do you remember the first reason which I gave about why you attract the emotionally unavailable men? Because you are a safe mirror for broken masculinity. So at this point, you've done your healing, you're vibrating in this high frequency. Of course, you are a safe mirror for broken masculinity, because with you, they'll feel safe, they'll feel seen, they'll feel heard. So please, for most of you, it's not that you're doing anything wrong with your healing. It's just that you're evolving. That is the main purpose why I made this video. And for the others who are refusing to face some of the old wounds, old emotional wounds, I'm sending you love and lights and hug virtually, so that you may be able to get through that phase of your life and be able to face whatever it is that is holding you back from evolving. Love you guys. Thank you for watching it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and support my channel. I appreciate you guys, and bye.